Talk about family. Randy's here.
Yeah, my brother Randy's here.
Randy Gill is here, guys. If you know the group to the extreme, you know who Randy Gill is.
Yes, that's my road dog there.
Oh, man. It's good to see you, Randy.
Yeah,
man. There's a song that we like to play on Touch Your Soul every Sunday called Up on the Roof.
Up on the Roof, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a remake too, huh?
Yeah.
Up on the Roof.
I think, who did it? Mahalia, right? Carole King.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I also have an agenda. I've been on this agenda, JG, for a while. Because I feel, and look, now that I've grown and understand the politics of America, I feel, have you watched Pretty Woman?
Oh, yeah.
The movie?
Absolutely.
When Julia Roberts steps out in that red dress, what song should play there? Come on.
Oh, it should be...
Come on. Put on your red dress. Step on your high heels.
You know, I really should be getting residuals from every woman that wear a red dress at this point. I don't know, and I've often said red. Red is, one of those colors that when you think red, you just think elegance. You think love. You think everything that's just, and so, when I think about red dress, whether it's red dress, red pumps, the red lipstick, it just gives you this. Think about the heart.
That's right.
The heart is red.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's what it represents to me.
Wasn't this a problem with your upbringing versus you now doing what is called secular music? Because I find sometimes there's always that war, if you will, or tension.
Well, because we grew up in a household where my dad was a minister, and we didn't listen to secular music very much. The only time we got a chance to really listen to secular music was when we had the family over, and we would have little cookouts in the yard.
Yeah.
And that's when I've heard the Marvin Gayes and other stuff like that. But just in the house throughout the rest of the week, it was the radio stayed on the gospel station 24/7.
Well, didn't that pull you apart a bit?
Nah. Listen, PK kids are the worst. Are you kidding me?
PKs, yeah.
Preacher's kids. We go up in church and it's like as soon as they leave, you sneaking. I mean, my first song that I learned to play on the guitar was a James Brown tune. Now, how did I learn that? And how did I figure that one out? Simply because, it was just in the air and it was there, it was around. And as a kid, you just absorbing stuff and you don't even realize what you're really absorbing. But at the time, man, it was just, our house was full, was filled with, 24/7. It was gospel music. 24/7, yeah. I still see that you're still grounded. You're wearing a cross right now. Oh, absolutely. This is where it all started. And let me tell you, I talk about, even in my concerts, it's like we go, I take you on a journey, but we go from partying to love songs to worship and praise. It goes, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it, and I think that the fans enjoy it too. So
that's great. Welcome home, man.
Thank you, man. Let me tell you, it's been too long, and I tell you, it was. I couldn't wait to get here. I was so excited, man. I was just like, man, I'm finally
I could
back.
see the pictures because I think when you landed, some of your fans were there already.
Yeah.
And they were posting those pictures. And I look at his smile. I was like, this man is happy to be back.
I was like, oh, my goodness, man. It was just a great, warm feeling, man.
Did you miss the food?
I missed everything, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, because one of my most memorable moments in my 41 years is coming here and playing, and just the energy from the audience was just amazing to me, man. And I'm just like, I never forgot it, and always said, invite me, I'm on my way back.
And I think the most surprising part is you have a home outside home and miles away, right?
Yeah. So it's a blessing, man. Just truly a blessing.
Apparently you are a very good friend to have. So said Janet Jackson.
Oh my goodness, yeah, so many of my friends. I mean, if I went down the list, you'd just go, oh, stop, you're just name dropping. But I just 41 years of doing this, and I've been so fortunate and blessed that the circle of friends that I have and that I've been knowing, they all are over 30 plus years of a relationship. So,
wow.
But Janet and I have been knowing each other since we was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
She came to when I was in LA, and she had come to DC. She was with A&M at the time, and a friend of ours, George Lake, introduced us, and we just kind of clicked from that point on.
She said something that I think speaks to your character, and please elaborate on it. She said, if there's one person who is a Fort Knox as a friend, is Johnny Gill, meaning, should I tell him something as a secret, I know he will die with it.
Absolutely. I believe when I have so many friends, I don't know why, but they all confide in me, but they also all know that I'm a friend, and I listen to everyone. I'm listening, and my thing is, a friend tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. But I'm always honest, and I try to be as forthright as I can and respectful, because you have to learn, understand that sometimes, even though we all speak English, we don't necessarily all speak the same language. So I try to figure out how to convey what I need to convey to my friends. But I'm always honest, and it seems like they hunger for that. And,
is it?
Yeah, And
they take it well?
Oh, yeah. Janet will tell you. I only tell her when I'm like, honey, that's not good.
Like that?
And I'll go, and I'll go, but I understand. But listen, babe, we can't do that.
Yeah.
But I do it for all my friends because I love them and I respect them. And one thing that I believe the reason why I've had such long-lasting relationships with my friends are not only my friends, but my family, simply because as a kid, I guess, growing up, I never got or ever feel like I can get so comfortable that I could say whatever I want to say. We could joke, do a number of things, and I'm comfortable around my friends, but I never get too comfortable that I feel like I can say whatever I want to say. I'm always constantly thinking about what I'm going to say before I say it. And I'm going to find ways to be honest and be transparent, but I find that it makes, it preserves the relationship when a person know that, you want to be able to speak and be honest, but also as you do it, you're thinking about how to convey that. So it's important to me.
It must come from a good place as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you also need to be secured yourself.
Absolutely. And accountability is a word that I use all the time, and all of us have to be able to do that with each other. And
who's that for you, though?
Janet. My goodness. From Janet, Tyler Perry, to... Arsenio Hall, the list goes on. But just all of my friends, Eddie Murphy, it's like my friends and family and extended family list. It is a truly amazing. It's Stevie Wonder. The list goes on, and my Uncle Smokey, Smokey Robinson, to my Uncle Ronald Isley. The list goes on. And I mean, these are just family members. Like, they're not just acquaintances. These are long-term family. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have to go to... I want to skip the first 3 albums that you did solo, because I think in itself it's a journey of self-discovery, or a discovery for those who are your fans, because they need to hear a young JG, how he sounded and what he wrote about, what he sang about.
Yeah.
But I think when we start the journey from, my, coming this way, now we are talking to the generation that will be at your show tomorrow evening, and they want to hear and sing songs with you.
Yeah.
How do you choose who to work with, and especially with that My album? Because there's 2 teams there. LaFace and Jimmy Jam and
Terry Lewis. And
that's right.
And honestly, I wish I could take credit for it. That was the first time that these 2 super producers actually collaborated and worked together
on an album with one artist.
Yeah, that was the first time. Yeah, and
because from then on it became sort of a formula.
But I think it was just because of our relationships with Jimmy and Terry, and my relationship with L.A. Reid and Babyface. And I think the guy that really held it together, the glue to it all, was my godfather here, Papa Clarence Avant.
Okay.
And Clarence was at the time managing both of them and myself, and I think he had a lot to do with that. I think on top of it all, but we had just all had such a great relationship, and they wanted to do it. It wasn't even something that I had to ask them to do. They actually wanted to be involved to do that, and so I was just fortunate and blessed and lucky.
What does that say, though, about any talent or about any human? Do you have to have somebody like Clarence to believe in you like that?
I had to believe in myself. I think that's what make other people believe in you, and that was part of what I believe that was a part of what carried me through to the next phase of my life, of my career. And it's just, I didn't know any better. Listen, when I recorded my first album, I was 16 when my first album came out. Losing whether the album gonna work, whether it was gonna be a hit or not, I had no clue, nor did I think twice about what happens if it doesn't work. Is this gonna be listen, I was told the album was shipped platinum, came back wood. I don't know. But it never bothered me one way or the other, nor was I pressured, feeling like, oh God, is this what I just thought, great opportunity. I'm getting a chance to do something that is amazing, and never thought one way or the other about it. And even when that album just did so-so and did not really work into the way we would like for it to work, I never felt pressured or felt like, oh no, I got in the dumps and said, oh no, this is not, it just, we went on to the next, and to the next, and to the next, to the next. And as we continue to keep going, I got better and better and better, and having more input on what I wanted to sing and how the music that I wanted to express. It allowed me to ultimately grow and come full circle. And
when that success happened with the My album,
that was probably the pinnacle where it reached for me. But whether it was with after the Super Love album, then there was the Half Crazy album, which was right before I believe the Stacey Lattisaw album, the duet album we did, Perfect Combination, and then that came afterwards. And then from that point on, we was heading on out to start another album when I ended up joining them boys called New Edition.
That's right. And that's the next chapter we'll touch on. But first things first, Lady Deja.
Yeah, Lady Deja is that was one of the very last songs that I recorded off the album. And I remember looking at Terry Lewis, and I said, I think we could do maybe two more songs. He was like, boy, get out of here. We're finished. We're done.
Do you remember this point?
I remember that one. Man, I do.
Oh, I'm here for the haircut, man.
My goodness. Wow.
But you still have hair. You good.
Wow.
You good.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Wow. I'm showing him his vinyl.
Wow.
Just Another Lonely Night. Lady Deja.
Yes.
Of course, my favorite we started with, Giving My All to You.
Giving My All.
Oh.
Man, Randy.
I don't know what songs you're going to sing tomorrow, and which ones are you going to leave out. You are in trouble.
Man, let me tell you, once I get going, I just go, and then I look and feed off of the energy of the audience. Wonderful. And that tells me, and I'll call audibles and go right to wherever it's feeling like, oh, okay, let's go here. Boom.
All right. Johnny has an ask. Go ahead, Johnny. Talk to your people.
I want a top 10 list of the songs that you guys want to hear. Because when I look into my catalog, I'm like,
what do you sing? What do you leave out? I get it.
Oh my goodness, this is always that's a tough one.
It really is. So 063-688-0959. Which songs?
Oh my goodness!
Should Johnny sing tomorrow?
I'm looking at I'm just going to run through a couple.
Yes.
Okay, good. Look. Yeah. Like I'm looking at Fairweather Friend, Slow and Sexy. There you go.
Definitely.
Let's get the mood right.
Definitely.
LSG, My Body.
Definitely.
Rub You the Right Way. It Would Be You. Lady du Jour. In the Mood.
In the Mood.
The new stuff from Perfect, which I featured Ralph from the Game Changer album.
Yes.
We got Half Crazy. Giving My All to You.
Definitely.
You got The Floor. You have Where Do We Go From Here with Stacey Lattisaw. We got Perfect Combination.
Yeah.
You got Soul of a Woman, which was my first single to debut at #1 from my from the Game Changer 2 album.
Jeez.
We got Can You Stand the Rain? We got Wrap My Body Tight. We got
Can't Stand the Rain, definitely.
Yeah, you got Behind Closed Doors. This one's for me and you. With no addition, you got My. You got Boys to Men. We got Take Me, I'm Yours.
Oh, come on.
You got Quiet Time to Play.
Oh.
We got I'm Still Waiting. You got You for Me. Listen.
No. I mean, You For Me. Let's start there. You For Me is, you know how many people use that song as their first
as their wedding. Oh yeah.
So I think couples are definitely coming to celebrate their love and celebrate you.
Oh,
so to leave You For Me out will be
oh my God. Oh,
to leave out Let's Just Run Away.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, come on, because how many ran away from their so-called because your love sort of threatened them, was too bright. So you ran away to preserve it, and you're still standing to tell the story.
And that was from the Mo Money that was from the Mo Money
Mo Money the soundtrack. That's right. Yeah. Yes.
Yep, Let's Just Run Away. Yeah. Wow.
And there's that cover that you did, the Paul McCartney song,
My Love.
Whoa! Come on now.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay.
Man.
We're getting carried away, but why not? It's his show.
That's one of my favorites too. And when the cupboard's bare, there's always something there with my love.
Let me tell you, you made Paul McCartney handsome here.
Oh my God. Yeah,
how did you pick that?
To tackle a Paul McCartney song, that song just resonated with me, and I remember it was from the Wings, I think it was.
Yes.
And man, I just, for some reason, every time I kept listening to that song, I kept going, okay, I'm gonna tackle this one.
You made this song a crossover song.
Really?
Because it never crossed the boundary until you did it.
Yeah, it's something about that song that just listening to that song, and his is totally different. But I just heard it. I heard something that was, and also I got to give Jimmy and Terry the credit because they was like, okay, how you want to go with it?
Sure.
Let's just make it ours. Yeah.
I always say, when you do a cover, do it better or leave it alone.
Or leave it alone.
Leave it alone. There you go. Yeah. Now, you get a call. You're a DC boy. You're getting a call from Michael Bivins to say, bruh, join us, new edition, but you have to be this side. You're a solo act.
Yeah.
Why join a group?
It's, for me, I think about life, and I think about this word called balance that you have to have in life.
Wow.
I've never wanted to just be pigeonholed, and I never wanted to be a one-trick pony.
Okay.
And so for me, being able to stretch myself, and from an artistic standpoint, whether it was being in a group, whether it was being solo, the great thing about me making the decision to do it was, and accepting that was simply because I still had an obligation as a solo artist, and still had to, had to record an album for Motown, and so it allowed me to even feel a lot more even secure with the fact that whatever roles you need me to play, fine. And I didn't. That's why I said I never felt like I needed to be out front. I didn't feel like no, I'm the singer. I'm the better singer. None of that. It never. It was just, what do you guys need me to do, and let's get it done. And remember, New Edition was. They came out the box. They didn't come out slow. They came out the box smoking.
Yeah.
So they were the popular boy band.
That's right.
At that time, and to have a platform like that, honestly, it was. People kept saying what I did to change the direction of our group, but without them being and giving me that opportunity and being on that, having that platform, that's where that my audience and the audience of began to.
It expanded, actually.
Yeah, and they began to go, "You're that new guy, the guy that can sing." That was how they described me. It's like, my thing.
Skills,
yeah. But that's what it was, and that's how they described me. And so, every night I had my 5-10 minutes showcase during the Heartbreak Tour with Boyz II Men, and that's where I would just go. When I leave here, you'll know who I am. If you don't know by now, you'll know. By the time I finish, because I was like, oh, I'll take that 5-10 minutes and introduce myself.
That's right.
was fun. That was fun.
Was that the only group that tried to lure you in, or were there other invitations from elsewhere?
No, that was the only group that ever tried to do that, because we'd crossed paths. The crazy thing is that we all started around the same time, same year, and we crossed paths, from doing shows, and we became friends. So it wasn't just like they just called me out of the blue. It was like we just ran into each other out in L.A. at the Whispers concert, and that's when Michael and I started talking. And he had asked me about coming to meet with them to go to lunch and all that stuff. And they had a show that they were doing, the Ice Capades, and he asked and invited me and wanted me to come to be a part of it. So just to come to see this show. So that's how it all really kind of got started. But we knew each other. So
that's right. Yeah. Another observation I made of the choices you make with music, whether I don't know it's deliberate or it just depends on who approaches you, is there's not a lot of Johnny Gill's duets. There's Coco, there's Stacey Latiso.
Yeah.
You don't mind doing background vocals, which is, I think, I also find fascinating. You did that for Karen, you did that for Shanice.
Yeah.
Duets.
Yeah. It's just sometimes when the opportunity comes, I'm always open. But I forget about the one we did with Coco when we did the Fire and Desire. Yeah. And Shanice, that was really cool. And there's Stacey, So, but I've had my share. I think I've had my share. Yeah.
Now, there you go. Boomerang.
The
soundtrack. When a player gets played. What a movie. What a classic. And you are part of that with your friend Eddie.
Yep. And that was a great opportunity that I couldn't pass up. And, of course, I did that with Babyface. And,
yes.
Probably, I tell you, one of the fastest songs I've ever recorded. Because when I was a little younger, too, I hated recording. You couldn't keep me in the studio that long. And that was one of those songs I just did, boom, 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 boom. And he was like, okay, you're done. I was like, I'm done? Okay.
What was it about the studio that you didn't like so much?
I never, as a vocalist, if I had my way, I would record everything live, because you get the energy from an audience, and sitting behind the mic constantly fixing a line or constantly doing something over and over again. No, we're going to do it in this pocket. Okay, how about try this and go there? When you're live, you just go where you go. And it is what it is.
I like that.
It would just...
That's not like live radio.
Yeah, you can just kind of...
It is what it is.
Yeah. So
I like that.
As I got older, though, I began to have a greater appreciation for recording, where I was reached a point where I was able to do it at my own pace. I wasn't under the pressure of, back in the day when you would record, it was costing hundreds of thousands of dollars of studio time to record. Yes. So you got all this pressure to hurry up, and you got to finish it, and you got to do. And some days you just, from a creative standpoint, some days you're feeling like, I don't feel like it. And some days you're inspired and you're like, let's go, and to not be under that kind of pressure as I got older, and, to become, when you become more successful, you get to dictate how you want to do it. So it allowed me to start having a little more working at my own pace, where I started having a lot more appreciation for doing it.
Johnny, what's next for you, my bro?
Man, I got to get back and then get ready to meet back up with my brothers there. We have a residency that's going on in Vegas. So
what are you doing in Vegas?
At the Wynn, yeah. So we start back. Well, we started last March, but we start back the end of this month, and we finish up November, and then we're off, and then we kick back in February. So. Yeah.
As New Edition?
As New Edition, all 6 of us. Yeah.
And do you sometimes just have your moment?
Oh, absolutely. But I tell you, listen, I love when I have all the guys, because we just get a chance to be able to just, I don't have to go as hard, because it's like everybody's all over the place.
Yeah. Are you still going to record?
Oh, I just started recording.
Is it?
Yeah, I just started recording. So, gonna get the album ready to go, hopefully within a few months. So I'm I'm in the lab getting it done. Yeah.
I needed to start. Maybe I should have started here and saying condolences in losing Gerald Levert.
Yeah, my goodness, that was That was a tough one, man. That was really tough. Gerald's like my partner in crime. I tell you, we just used to, we used to do unfair things. Like he would go and play somewhere and I would show up, a special guest surprise performance, or I would play somewhere, he'd show up. Yeah. We just kept going and going, we're just going to just wreck this place. You want to just wreck the place? I'm like, okay, let's go.
Would you do that with Sweat?
I do that. Sweat and I do that. Yeah. And a lot of times Sweat and I do a lot of shows together as well. Yeah, so we'll do the LSG stuff.
Because he released a single not so long ago.
Yeah, we do the LSG stuff. And listen, that's my other brother who I talk to regularly as well, too. So, yeah.
Man, we can only wish you a great stay.
Thank you.
We love having you here. Maybe one day you'll come back and do a live album.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love that.
I think there you'll pour it all out.
Man, I would love that. That would be amazing. Absolutely.
I'm glad Tulani is here. The man who brought you here. Tulani Williams. Yeah, live. Can you imagine Johnny live?
I only have one question.
Yeah.
What took you so long?
Exactly. I echo that question.
I'm so happy to be here.
I echo that question.
And I know, I just said, everybody, there's still some tickets left there. You better get them because, listen, you don't want to miss this. We're going to take you on a journey.
It really is.
Yeah.
God bless you, man, and keep shining, my brother.
Thanks for having me.
There you go.